Alright. Well, good morning, good day, good evening. It's Jay with Not a Frying Pan Gaming. And you may have already guessed by now, but we are going to play something. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's play Pokemon Yellow version! Woo! Okay, so we are going to play Pokemon Yellow version. I want to make sure we've got everything right here because, well, we're playing Pokemon Yellow version. Hey guys, did I mention we're playing Pokemon Yellow version? So, welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. The world is inhabited by cute little creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study them as a profession. Hence, Professor Oak. First, what is your name? Well, it wouldn't be Pokemon Yellow if we didn't go with the tried and true Ash. Right, so your name is Ash. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What was his name again? Well done, Professor Oak. That's right, I remember now. His name is Gary. Yeah, we're being boring. We're not gonna come up with any creative names. Just gonna be Ash and Gary. Ash, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! Okay. So I won't always be narrating like this. Just wanted to go ahead and get a good start to the video. To the series, which, by the way, this is our very first Let's Play series, and this is not just Pokemon Yellow that we're going to be playing here. If anyone is familiar with the Nuzlocke concept, we're going to do a little bit of a twist on that. So the whole point of the Nuzlocke concept was that you're playing through the game and you're trying to build relationships with your Pokemon. So if you're not familiar with Nuzlocke, all it really is it's a set of rules that restricts the way that you're going to play the game. In a typical Nuzlocke run, you can only catch the first Pokemon that you encounter on any route. So, say I go up into the grass, that's Route 1. The first Pokemon that I run into, I either have to catch it or kill it. If I catch it, great. I can't catch anything else in that route. If I don't catch it, well, then I don't get a Pokemon on that route. So you're limited to a set number of Pokemon that you can have in the entire game. The other hard rule for that is if a Pokemon is knocked out in battle, that Pokemon dies in battle. It cannot be revived, and you have to take it to a Pokemon Center and release it. It adds a little bit of an extra challenge to the series, and a little bit of extra connection, because you don't want to just throw a Pokemon out there like a tool. You know, in the original games, and the way that Pokemon actually works, you can just keep throwing a Pokemon out there, let them take a hit, you know, get knocked out, switch them out, and there's no consequence to it. In the Nuzlocke series, however, if that happens, that Pokemon is gone and you can never use it again. So there's an incentive to really play carefully and safely. And here we see the historic moment of Professor Oak catching Pikachu. So the point of Nuzlocke is to make it more interesting and more difficult. Now, I'm playing a little bit of a variation here that is going to take that to the next level. First off, there's no restriction of where you catch your Pokemon. You can catch as many Pokemon out of a route as you want. You can and that's really the biggest change there. But you are limited to a total of 6 Pokemon for the entire game. In other words, you cannot use your PC for Pokemon storage. You can only have the 6 Pokemon that are with you at a time. Normally this would be a bit of an issue, but since we're playing Pokemon Yellow, we're going to get 4 rather overpowered Pokemon throughout the course of the game normally. So it kind of balances it out. Which means, as far as picking out Pokemon that we want, we only have 2 to choose from. And of course, this is very shitbag as usual. He pushes me out of the way, takes the Pokemon. Yeah, you have your Eevee, whatever. So with this variation, you're going to very, very carefully choose which Pokemon you want. Thankfully, we do not need an HM slave. All of the Pokemon that we get throughout the game are going to learn the HMs that we need. That said, oh, what the hell? The cave, the one that requires Flash, Dark Cave. I can't believe I can't think of the name of it all of a sudden. Anyway, that cave is going to be a little boring for you guys because it's we're not gonna I'm not gonna teach anybody Flash. Our Pokemon resources are going to be very limited here. So we have a Pikachu. I am going to name the Pikachu at the least. I would like to try to name other ones as well, but we'll see. So, who is Pikachu going to be? Pikachu is going to be... this is harder than I thought. Why not? Cosby. I don't know why. Alright. So, in summary, the rules, and I'll have the rules written out in the description so that it's a little bit more clear. But, the rules. You catch a Pokemon, you cannot put him in the box. You can only catch a total of 6 Pokemon throughout the game, and there will be no swapping of Pokemon. Finally, if a Pokemon dies, if they're knocked out that is, that Pokemon is done. They have to be released. So, you can see where there's going to be a little bit of an issue here, where maybe we have some problems with being a little underleveled. Oh, by the way, I forgot about something else. We are going to limit ourselves to the level cap, or to a level cap per gym. So, we can't just go and... oh boy. This could be rad. Okay, we're good. So we're not going to be allowed to grind just to beat a gym. So, any Pokemon that is a higher level than the gym leader's strongest Pokemon is ineligible for that battle. Now, of course, if anyone has played Pokemon Yellow before, or is familiar with the concept here of the first-gen Pokemon, you may notice that we are kind of screwed right off the bat. What? Oh, yeah. And by that I mean, we don't have any way at all to deal with the first gym. So, we're gonna have to figure out... Hi, Pikachu. Yeah, screw you too. We're going to have to figure out a way to beat Brock. That's going to be honestly probably one of the biggest challenges of this playthrough is getting Brock taken care of. Alright. So, let's do this because I think... Oh, okay, it healed. Talk to Mom, because we're leaving. Take a rest. And check out Gary's hot sister. I don't know if she's hot. I assume she's hot. It's Gary's sister, she's gotta be hot, right? Right? Okay. Now, enough blathering on about rules and such. Let's do this. Oh wow, that's unfortunate. So I can... Basically, I already have my final team picked out. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not it all works out in the end. So, gotta deliver this package, blah 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 blah. Really wish I could run, but I can't. Okay. Thankfully, we're going to have a little bit of help here with Brock, but it's going to be tricky. So, what I'll be doing is catching a Nidoran male just to our west here in a little bit, because Nidoran male learns Double Kick, and in Pokemon Yellow, Double Kick is a fighting type move. So with Nidoran male and careful usage and application of potions, we'll be able to pretty handily deal with Brock. We just have to hope that we don't get unlucky and get taken out by a critical hit. Now, alright, so we've got the parcel. We gotta take it back to Oak. So let's do that. I always thought it was kind of weird that that Nurse Joy there says, "We hope to see you again after healing your Pokemon." I mean, are you actually hoping my Pokemon get hurt? It seems kind of bitchy. Alright. Yet another Pidgey. No, we're not going to catch a Pidgey. I have a much more awesome solution for flight. And we'll see when that comes up. It is pretty important to fight as many battles as you can, but like I said, you don't want to completely overpower yourself, because if I go over level 12, which is the level of Brock's Onix, 12 or 14, I believe it's 12. If I go over that level, that with Pikachu, I can't use him in that fight, which big deal. It's just something to keep in mind as we're roaming. All right. I'll try not to sing. I know I suck at singing. Alright. Back in Pallet Town. So it's kind of interesting that Ash is just a silent protagonist here. But it always makes me want to chime in and, you know, respond in the way that he's supposedly responding. Ah, great, it's Gary again. Is Gary wearing a do-rag, or is his hair just weird and spiky like that? Who knows? Okay. Pokedex. Alright. Woo! Get this thing that I'll never use. Yeah, in a playthrough like this, we'll probably see a good portion of Pokemon, but we're obviously not going to catch many. We will probably have a total of 1, 4, 7, 10, 11, 12, 14 in our Pokedex by the end of the game, as counting as having captured them. You tell her that, Gary. You tell her that. Doesn't matter, because I'm going to go seduce her with my manly charms. Hey girl. What's up? How about you give me that Oh. Yeah. She can't handle all this beef. So anyway, moving right along. Wild Rattata appears. So, one thing that I always came across when I was growing up and playing Pokemon when I was a wee little babby was that I said the names of the Pokemon completely different from everyone else I ever talked to about Pokemon. For example, Pidgey. Bad example. Rattata. There we go. That's what I was trying to come up with. So I always say Rattata, and everyone else that I know called it Rattata. I can see why you would call it Rattata. You know, rat in the name. That being the emphasis there. It just sounds weird to me. So I have a hard time saying it. So yeah, I apologize if I make you all go absolute batshit insane with my sometimes off the wall pronunciation of Pokemon names. Alright, and we're here. And now it's time to begin the stocking process. Going to go ahead and heal up. I still don't like that you say that all the time. Let's see what this guy has to say. Ah, no, I really didn't, but okay. To the Pokemart! You let me buy something now? We're just gonna do that for the moment, and then that. For now, that'll pretty well cover our bases. No. See what he has to say? No. Pikachu, you still pissed off? Yeah, Pikachu's still pissed off. Alright. We have to deal with this guy. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Show me how to catch Pokemon. Like, Professor Oak didn't already do that. You know, when he did the exact same thing you're doing now. Except Professor Oak is better at it. Jerk. See what this young lady has to say about it. She's not actually talking about her grandfather. So, before we move on to Viridian Forest, up north, we're gonna grab this potion right here. Woo! Yeah. So, hidden items all over the place. If you're not familiar with the world of Pokemon, basically, that's what that is. So, we have to be careful here because I don't want to go too far. So in a pinch, Mankey will work as well. However, Mankey is nowhere near as versatile as Nidoran Male is in the end. So we're going to go ahead and just beast all over this Mankey. And hopefully, I would like to get Tackle or something of the sorts. Because one-shotting all of these Pokemon is not going to make it very easy to catch them later. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, you do that. Always gotta have a systematic, thorough bush-checking method. Hey, there we go. Alright. Got our Nidoran Male, and for some reason, they're always at level 2, which makes me so nervous. But we'll see. Don't kill it. It's not as low as I would like it to be, but I think it'll do. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Hey, we did it! Nidoran. Its large ears are always kept upright. If it senses danger, it will attack with a poisonous sting. Okay. There we go. Well, that was easier than expected. Now, we can go over and heal, first off. We really need to get him to level 5 before he's going to be sustainable on his own. So, heal up. And take our Pokemon back. And we're going to switch up the order here. There we go. And we're going to head south a little bit because we don't want to run the risk of running into something unfortunately powerful that ends up killing off Nidoran. Yeah. Oh, it's these little prickles. See how much damage it's going to do and take. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, that's obviously not going to be... That doesn't work. Yeah, that's nothing. So for the first couple of levels here, we're probably going to have to basically share experience between the two of them. Cosby and Prickles, that is. Because we don't want Prickles to get killed off. But we do want him to get stronger. Now, one thing that I think would be really interesting would be to see a variation of the Pokemon concept, where it's literally just Pokemon, except instead of having discrete levels like they do, like they do now, they have a Skyrim-style level up, or a Final Fantasy II, like the original Final. Oh, balls! No, I pushed the wrong freaking button. Don't die. Okay. Gotta pay attention to the buttons. The hell was I talking about? Oh, right. Going back to Skyrim, Final Fantasy II, where basically the more you use a certain attack, the more power it gets, or you know, the more damage you take, the more health you end up getting, or the higher your defense rating goes. But instead of getting, you've reached level 2, plus, you know, plus health, plus attack, plus special, it's based on more fluid stat. I think it'd be interesting because it would allow for more customized builds of your team. Okay. Let's head on back down. See if we can grab another level or two here. Ah. Epic battle of level 2 Pokemon. Or not. Sorry, Pidgey, I have to murder you. Yeah, that's another thing that's kind of a strange concept when you're looking at these, the Nuzlocke runs. If you think about it as everybody else is doing a Nuzlocke run as well, where if the Pokemon faints, it dies, you're straight up murdering a whole lot of people's pets and friends when you do this. And a whole bunch of wild animals. It takes on a much darker tone. It also brings about the question is, where the hell does your rival get all those Pokemon from if we keep killing them over and over? Hey! Level 3! Still doesn't learn shit. So one thing that makes it a little bit difficult is that Nidoran in general is a late game Pokemon. I'm not even gonna bother trying. In the early game, they are so weak. They are not worth having at all. But once they evolve and turn into Nidorina / Nidorino and Nidoking, Nidoqueen, they really ramp up quickly. Wrong there, Ash, you drunk? Can't walk in a straight line? Hey, Rattata. Buh. Rattata. Can't do it. Oh boy, that was a crit. Alright. Maybe all he knows is Tail Whip and we get a free win out of this. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Six, 12. Okay, we can get one more off. Okay, we're good. Hey, we did it! And now things start to go a little bit more normally, except we're going to have to go back to the pokecenter yet again. But with him at level 4, I'm a little bit more comfortable about moving forward now. Basically, at this point, we're going to say fuck it to the rival battle, because just way too much risk of something going horrifically wrong. We're gonna head on up into Viridian City. And realistically, as long as we come back and do the challenge, the rival battle before we do the gym, it'll still be there. So we may come back. That's another one where it's kind of hard to balance, you know, keeping your levels below that of the next gym leader and high enough that you can still beat your opponent, the rival there. So this should be a fun little battle of attrition here, since apparently our stats are exactly the same. Okay. Isn't this riveting, folks? There we go. What do you have to say? Yeah. So I am going through Viridian Forest. It is a natural maze. So there's a little bit of a kind of cute interaction here. This is not it. Caterpie. Go get 'em, Prickles! Alright. So I'm not sure yet just how much of the battling I'm going to be cutting out. Basically, if something significant happens, I'll leave the battles in. But probably after this first video, because the first video is already a half hour long. But yeah, after this first video, I'll cut some battles out, and the video length will stay the same. You guys will just see more progress happen. Hey, it's my favorite punching bag, Wild Metapod, because all they know is Harden. Ever. No Wild Metapod will ever do anything but use Harden. It's a bit of a, I would call it a glitch, oversight, but it's because in the wild, Pokemon still only know 4 moves, and they only learn, they only know the last 4 moves that they could have learned. So as a Pokemon levels up, it learns moves. So say Metapod learns Harden at level 5, no, Metapod, I don't remember. But it's the same concept if you put a Pokemon in the daycare and just leave it forever. When you get it back, it will only know the moves of an equivalent wild Pokemon. Because each time it learns a new move, it just pushes the oldest move off of the list. Yeah, these are always fun too. Because if you don't have a special type move or something that breaks defense, you just sit and do this all day. Hey, look at that! Level 6. We're making our way. Onward! Yep. Natural maze, right. Alright. Okay, well, talking to myself here. Probably gonna cut this. Yep, I'm gonna cut it. So, I should take notes. We'll do that next time. Hey everybody, disregard what I just said. So, cute interaction here. I think it's with her. In Red and Blue, you could actually rarely find Pikachu in Viridian Forest. It was an interesting little thing. Don't know why it happened that way, but it was, by a long shot, the earliest that you could get any electric type. So it was always worth looking for, and I didn't realize this was a battle. Didn't think this was a battle. Oh well. Go get her, Prickles. See what she does. Okay. She's gonna make this take forever, so we're gonna go ahead and switch out. Bring Cosby back in. Nothing personal, Prickles. You're just not there yet. Oh yeah, I do have a Pikachu, by the way. It's going to kick your ass. Slowly. There we go. Hey, look at that! Maybe he's gonna learn something useful. Oh. 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 Actually, Thunder Wave is fairly useful. We'll be relying on status effects to make the battles a little more safe for us, particularly gym leader battles. Their Pokemon are naturally more powerful and have more powerful moves than any wild Pokemon or other trainer Pokemon that you would find. So, being able to disable them, even if it is temporarily, makes for much safer and easier battles. So, we're just going to keep moving on here. And probably going to use a couple of potions after this just to get us through, because I don't really want to go all the way back to Viridian City. Not that it's really that long of a walk, but I'm lazy. Yes, really? And that's the cute interaction. They took Pikachus out of Viridian Forest when they made it your starting Pokemon, because that makes sense. Hey, look at that! Hidden item. I'm going to be trying to get as many hidden items as I can while I'm going through here, mostly just because it's fun. And always a little interesting when you can find something that nobody else knew about. One item in particular is the potion that we found on the sign in Viridian City, or not in the sign, in the bush that could be cut in Viridian City, because even the Brady Games strategy guide that I had when this game came out and I was playing it did not have that item listed. So I've always kind of been like, yeah, I'm okay with this. Yeah, I know more than the strategy guide knows. Just a little bit of a, just a little brag there, you know. Which, realistically, yeah, I know more than the strategy guide knows. Oh my god, I'm a dork. But, you know. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So obviously, shot reduces the speed. If you're not familiar with Pokemon and you've still stuck around this long, first of all, bravo, thank you. But battles are turn-based. The turn order is determined by each Pokemon's speed rating. So the higher your speed, the more likely you are to go first. It just straight up compares them. Whoa! Excuse me. straight up compares the two Pokemon in battle, and whichever one is higher basically wins the coin toss and goes first. String Shot, as you may have noticed, just straight up reduces that number. Oh, thank God. Just enough. Straight up reduces that number and makes it less likely that you'll go first. Hey! Good timing. So that's just a more powerful normal type attack. Which means I don't have to change Pokemon this time. Because we're going to do this and just win. Did I mention that it's much more powerful? So one thing that is kind of hard at times to remember is that if your Pokemon is still in battle, it still has the same negative effects that it had previously. So as you may have noticed, my speed rating is still complete shit. Because the Caterpie that I just beat, not this one, the one that I just beat before that, reduced my speed rating. I didn't switch Prickles out, so Prickles' speed is still in the basement. An easy way to fix that, and usually the safer thing to do, is to go ahead and switch between rounds. So if you knock out one of their Pokemon, it pops up and says, do you want to change Pokemon? Just go ahead and switch. Speed, defense, and attack reducing status effects, which are the temporary in-battle status effects, will be healed. Things like poison, paralysis, sleep will not be healed. So it's probably still a good idea to switch your Pokemon out in those cases. Excuse me, but it's not really going to fix anything long term. Alright. Metapod. Metapod. It's gonna take forever. Basically, what you hope for is you get a critical hit. Critical hits ignore the attack and defense modifying stats in battle. So you can actually run into a situation where Leer will reduce an enemy's defense so much that your non-critical hit attacks are doing more damage than your critical hit does. That is the most frustrating thing in this game that you can encounter, because you're banking on large chunk, then you see critical hit, but the health doesn't even go down as far as it did before. And it's like, oh, I just got gimped by a crit. Oh, that feels bad. Feels so bad. But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and finish these guys off. And we're actually coming up on being too powerful for Brock. And I am really hoping I was right about the level. Because if I was wrong about what level Nidoran Male learns fighting type move, I kind of just fucked this game. It's not a good thing. So we're gonna go ahead and switch this up here. Oh, right. Wrong way. Wow, that was a really stupid mistake on my part. Whatever. Yay, potion! I was hoping to get out of the grass. Oh well. Just a Caterpie. No big deal. I almost feel bad. You know, this is like walking along a kindergarten and just kicking the kids as you walk by. Like, hey, kid, I don't like you. Kick. Something like that. Anyway. Hey, look at that. Another fighter. Trainer. Thing. Bug catcher. Or is this a youngster? I think this is a bug catcher. Yeah. Pretty much only bug catchers in Viridian Forest, which gets pretty boring. At least at higher levels. The strange thing, though, is that he either caught an extremely rare level 8 Caterpie, or he's forcing it to not evolve, because Caterpie evolves into Metapod at level 7, and Metapod evolves into Butterfree at level 10. Bug Pokemon have really, really, really fast growth patterns. Either way, it's strange and interesting, and hey, paralysis! Yay! Not that it makes any difference at all. An interesting point about paralysis is that it also reduces your speed. So if you're paralyzed, you're probably going to be going second. Okay. Ugh. All these battles. Oy vey. At least it's a Pidgey, and we can just melt it. Like so. What? I can't believe it survived that. Okay. Moving right along. So, if for some reason good old Nidoran male doesn't learn a fighting type move by level 12, which is our cap for the Brock boss battle, we can come back and, oh my god, so many random battles. Fuck it, I'm running away. We can come back here and catch a... Oh my god. Come back here and catch a Caterpie and turn it into a Butterfree at level 10, because at level 10 Butterfree learns Confusion, and that's a psychic type move, and blah. Ugh. No, but really. Leave me the fuck alone. You level 4 Caterpie piece of shit. Heh. You let it level 4 Caterpie piece of shit. Get it? Caterpie piece of shit. Caterpie piece of shit. No, okay. Another one here. Oop. I like that there's a different sound when you find the hidden items than there is when you find the normal or obvious items on the map. Makes you feel that much more accomplished. Guys, we're almost out. We're almost through this shitstorm of a thing. Yeah. See, now you're just being an idiot. Holding on to a Caterpie until level 10. he's now 2 stat boosts shy, because when you evolve, or when a Pokemon evolves, its base stats change. Plus, it just lost the opportunity to learn the earliest Psychic type move that you can get in the game, and that's Confusion, which, as I just mentioned, Butterfree learns when it evolves at level 10. So, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. What's to say? Yeah, that's good tip on the way out of Viridian Forest, which is full of impassable grass. Unavoidable grass. Obviously, it's not impassable because you can get through it. Okie dokles. Ah, I missed my corner. Rattata. Rattata is going to die now. Okay. Breathe a giant sigh of relief because we've made it. Pewter Town! Pewter City! Pewter City thing. See what the Pokemon Center has to say. Yay! Yep. Pokemon Centers for the new players. Complete and total healing of all of the Pokemon that you are carrying. Doesn't heal anything in the box, which I always thought was weird. If you put something in the item box, or in the Pokemon PC box, you think that it would just, you know, oh, hey, I see you're injured. Let me heal that while you're sitting here. Rather than, oh, shit, you're injured. How about you sit here and deal with being injured for God knows how long while your trainer fucks off and gallivants around the world? Huh. Yeah. Heh. Wait a minute. Oh no, it's a glitch! No, it's not. Jigglypuff performed a sing, put Pikachu to sleep. Wake up! Here we go. How's he feeling? There we go. Feeling a little better. A little bushy-tailed, bright-eyed. Okay, jerk. Just wanted to listen in on your phone conversation. Just act like that's such a problem. Alright. So, go into the Pokemon Mart. Out of habit, I go into Pokemon Marts at new cities and just immediately spend... Oh my god. Pardon me. Obviously, I need an awakening. Sorry. I immediately go into a Pokemon Center when I get into a new town, Pokemart when I get into a new town, and spend all of my money, because typically, particularly when I was younger, my game plan was, I'm going to beat the gym leader, run my head into the gym leader, faint, start over. So, you lose half of your money every time all of your Pokemon faint, which means that you're going to have a problem. Obviously with this, doesn't matter as much, because if all of our Pokemon faint, well, it's game over. We retire. Ash has given up. Ash gives up and just says, well, obviously I'm not fit to be a Pokemon trainer, and goes back home and lives with his mom until he dies. Alright. I think we've gleaned all of the useful information off of here, so I think we're going to call it here. The next time on Pokemon... We've just been here. Next time on Pokemon Yellow, Hard, Nuz, Difficult, Arbitrary Challenge Mode level thing. What was I talking about? Oh. Wait. What? Dude's a ghost. That's the only explanation. Dude is a ghost. Oh no!